Hello and welcome to the Adventures of Two Gamers. I'm Ultimon, otherwise known as Riley.
And I'm Smiller, otherwise known as Scott.
And this is Gamer News, where we look at the news that is broken this week in video games. On today's episode, we talk about The Walking Dead, Call of Duty's Black Ops 2, Nvidia's surprise announcement, and why Sony are a bunch of tools.
That is a correct statement. That is very correct.
Okay, so we're going to start off with Call of Duty Black Ops 2 has been named #1 watched trailer for Australia in 2012.
Well, that's very surprising. The trailer made it look very good, but the game was mediocre.
So we've got to keep in mind, Smiller, that this beat things like Iron Man 3, Les Miserables, and The Dark Knight Rises in terms of viewed trailers.
Wow, really?
Yep. The full list comes down to the reveal trailer of Black Ops 2 coming in at #1, Iron Man 3 coming in at #2, the TED official trailer at #3, Contraband trailer at #4, The Dictator at #5, Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn, #6, Battleships, final trailer, #7, Les Mis, #8, Marvel's Avengers Assemble is #9, and The Dark Knight Rises was #10. So this is what Australians have been watching in the year 2012.
How sad.
I think there are probably better things we could have been watching than the Black Ops 2 reveal trailer. I mean, I'm not saying there wasn't a lot of hype around.
Like the Zombie U trailer?
The Wii U or something, I don't know. But no, we have
to stick with plain
Black
old
Ops
Call of
2.
Duty.
Like, not even Iron Man 3 or the Avengers got past Black Ops 2. Being, you know,
Call of Duty stopped being good after they released Call of Duty 4.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright, that's arguable.
Excluding World at War. That was one of my favourite games.
Okay, I like the original Black Ops myself. That's my favourite.
That was alright.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know. So, I don't know. Australians, we really need to change our viewing.
Yeah.
Okay, in other news, the worst game of 2012, The War Z, its servers have been attacked and brought down.
Oh, God.
Quite honestly, regarding the controversy with this game, I am surprised it's taken this long.
Yeah, you know, it was a good game, but you got to hear in mind it's a bit of a rip-off of DayZ.
Yeah, not only that, you know, all the controversy about, you know, the Steam release and not being anywhere near the full version and things like that. It's, and all the cheating. Did you see all the cheating that was going on with the War Z?
Yeah,
I actually got invited to the beta, but I declined after all this controversy started. So you can't really blame me there.
The game had a lot of glitches and issues, and did you hear the developer got
sued?
He released a statement. That he got greedy with his DayZ.
Yes.
War Z.
Before I quote the community manager for the War Z, it's interesting to note that the War Z has been given a cease and desist because of the upcoming movie, the World War Z, starring Brad Pitt, which apparently infringes copyright and things like that with the War Z. So the War Z is getting a cease and desist offer. But I quote the game's community manager Quirk, who said, "First, we were hit with an attack that would rest our DNS IP so you could not connect, which was followed the next day by, this morning we are being hit again with the DDoS attack on our login server. We are implementing additional DDoS protection and hope to have this resolved as soon as possible. Unfortunately, with these type of attacks, it's very difficult to give a good frame of time of when it will be resolved." I say just keep it down.
Yeah, don't bother bringing it back up.
I mean, who's playing it? Are any of you guys playing the War Z? Because I'm not. I don't know anyone who is.
I would, but, you know, something to play. Yeah.
If it wasn't so bad. I mean,
well, it's an alright game, but, you know, the servers are shonky.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Okay, we're going to move on to The Walking Dead now. So The Walking Dead today, we're going to talk about two things about The Walking Dead. First of all, we're just going to go ahead and give a good congratulations to The Walking Dead game, who have sold over 8.5 million copies over all platforms.
Which is amazing.
Walking Dead is one of those games, of course, that doesn't fringe on being an art form.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna go ahead and give a clap to Telltale to making such a good game, and it's being received so well commercially and
it has
critically. So good job,
yeah.
Telltale. So we also know that Telltale Game is also working on the sequel to The Walking Dead, which Walking Dead 2, I'm assuming. So they're already starting a sequel.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that, Scott?
Well, that's going to be another hit, obviously, because The Walking Dead was sold, as you said, 8 million copies. So obviously this second Walking Dead's going to sell quite a lot.
Well, it might even be the game. I don't know when it's going to come out, but it might even be the game of the year again.
Oh, maybe.
Because the original Walking Dead was so good.
Yeah, it was.
All Scott and I can say is congratulations for Telltale, and we are fully supporting your take on The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
In related Walking Dead news, this week we had the first glimpse of gameplay from the Walking Dead first-person shooter.
We'll be playing a short clip of that for you.
Right about now. But,
yep.
As you can see, it looks like stealth will probably be a big part of this first-person shooter, and it looks like melee has just as much an emphasis as guns do.
Yeah.
So right about now, the graphics aren't really totally polished yet.
Call of Duty graphics.
It's still in development, early development. The game is called The Walking Dead Survival Instinct.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. I think this is made by Activision, so obviously they're not going to listen to any of the fans. But personally, I think for this game to succeed, it needs to employ some DayZ or Zombie-U-like qualities.
Yes, it will have to.
Also, knowing The Walking Dead, it's probably going to grapple with morality and other such topics. I just hope that this game captures the success that the other Walking Dead game and the TV series has.
Yeah, I hope it will.
Achieved. As I recall, the Walking Dead TV show is the #1 most watched cable show in America, which is, I'm guessing, is a big thing.
Yes, that is a pretty big thing.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to the news that everyone was dreading if you're a PlayStation fan.
Which I hope you're not.
That's right. Sony has put in a patent requesting into new technology, right? So I'm just going to go in. I'm basically going to say that they're going to try and block people from playing pre-owned games on the next PlayStation.
Which is stupid, because all my life, ever since I had a PlayStation 2, I used to buy pre-owned games and pre-owned games only. And if PlayStation 4 wants to ruin my already ruined opinion of PlayStation, then go ahead and make pre-owned games unplayable. Oh, you'll lose all your fans.
That's not the point. The point is that I don't know how much, but a lot of the game industry works on pre-owned sales, right?
Yeah.
Look, I can't speak for the next Xbox, but the Nintendo's so we're not in the same generation now as the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. So Nintendo's current generation console, the Wii U, does allow pre-owned games. So I'm assuming Microsoft's not going to give up. I know the developers don't get a cent, but come on, this will crash the gaming economy for in stores.
No one's going to buy PlayStation 4 games, because no one wants to buy a $80 new game when you can buy a $40 pre-owned game of the exact same game.
Some of these Call of Duty games are still $50 and they're 4 years old.
I know.
I find that absolutely ridiculous.
Story.
And what? PlayStation 4 users are going to wait for the whole generation just to buy one game at discount.
Yeah.
So basically how this works is, Sony's going to put an RFID stamp on the new discs, which track their usage history and restrict them to one console. Now, not just to recap, this hasn't been confirmed, but Sony has put in a trademark for this, basically. So it looks like it's going to go ahead. And there've been rumours about this for a while now, Scott. So
yeah.
I don't know.
I hope they don't.
All I can say is that if they want to start new with the PlayStation 4, this is not the way to start off.
At all.
Okay, so now we move on to the news of the week. Nvdia, out of nowhere, has announced their own, basically, gaming handheld device.
Wow. Yeah.
And
that's just random. Out of nowhere.
They want this thing to go against, so the device is dubbed Project Shield, and it's designed to go toe-to-toe with the Xbox 360, the Wii U, and the PlayStation 3, and presumably beyond.
It is made by Nvdia, so they'll obviously, use some high-tech Nvdia graphics cards and all that.
I'll give you some of the tech specs, okay? Okay, so it runs on the Tegra 4 mobile chip, which is pretty new. It has 5 to 10 hours of battery life.
That's right.
And it runs on Android. Runs on pure Android. It has a micro SD slot, a micro USB and HDMI output, which supports 4K output, as long as your display supports it. It has the Shield has a 5-inch screen, which is also a touch screen, and is capable of 720p display at 294 dpi. So they're calling it a retinal display.
Yeah.
Okay, so a bit of a size comparison. You look at it now. We're going to picture comparing the size of the Xbox remote to the Project Shield remote to the Wii U. So it's nearly as big as the Xbox 360, and it's not as long as the Wii U.
So it's a bit square, is it?
It's based on a clamshell design. Now here's the feature that's probably gonna sell it to most people. Okay. In addition to running Android games.
Yeah.
You can plug the Shield into your Steam Big Picture mode. So I'm assuming all those people who use your computers as a gaming console with Steam.
Yeah.
You can plug it in and use it as a controller, and you can actually stream the gameplay off the TV onto the small screen, or vice versa. You can play it on the TV, or you can play it on the small screen. So basically, if this all goes to plan, the Project Shield is basically the poor man's Wii U.
The poor man's Wii U.
The poor man's Wii U. It basically does the same thing, except you can stream your PC games onto this small 5-inch screen, completely attached to this controller. So
the thing is, I hope they don't use USB streaming, because that'll cause problems for most people, including myself.
As far as I know, this wirelessly streams from Steam Big Picture to it, and they've showed it off with Battlefield 3, Assassin's Creed 3, and Counter-Strike Global Offensive playing all in HD, both on the small screen and the big screen. But I'm just going to go out and say it, everyone's trying to cash in on the Wii U.
Yeah, they're all trying to be similar to the Wii U, if that makes sense. They're trying to have similar wireless stuff to the Wii U.
I'll be interested to see how this goes. It might be a very good avenue for PC gaming. I'm not denying that. If you want to bring a bit of Wii U to the PC, or you just want an optimized PC experience, it's probably for you. But I don't know about you, Scott, but I'll be interested to see exactly where this goes.
Yeah, I hope it goes well, but
I reckon if they get it right, it could be pretty good.
Yeah, it would be very good.
But until then, I'm just going to go ahead and say, unless proven otherwise, it's basically the PC version of the Wii U.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's it for news this week on Adventures to Two Gamers. Thank you all. We have links in the description for each of the individual stories. Like us on Facebook and Twitter. And we'll see you next time. Ultimon out.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.